All right, guys, here we go. Monday, December 12th. Had a request to do a chart on Litecoin. And Litecoin, full disclosure, that was my first crypto to ever buy. Wasn't because I was any genius or anything. I just happened to be at the right place, right time. First quarter of 2017, there were, a lot of, not a lot, but a few YouTube influencers that were talking about crypto, and then a few talking about Litecoin. Did a little research on it. It seemed promising. And if you think about it, back then, the only thing we had for pretty much all these cryptos was a white paper and a hope and a dream. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot of, history or real world use of them and so on and so forth. So, yeah, that was kind of the good old days. But anyway, here we are. We're looking at the weekly chart. And the reason being, it kind of slows everything down. Here's the daily. And we like to, kind of explain things on the weekly chart. As you can see, there's less, time travel as far as the number of candles and the breakdowns and the breakouts. But right currently, where we are, price, as you can see, we've come up everything you want to know about price action, everything you want to know about potential moves to the upside or downside. All thing you have to do is look left, okay? And we look left, we see this consolidation zone over here from the end of 2020. And we had this high pivot over here from the beginning of 2020. So, yeah, we did bottom. We had the uh, the slam down here from the sneeze, and then we came back up. But anyway, basically, this is where we are now. This is going to be the secret. I can't tell you why this green dash line is here. That's for our paid Patreon members, but this is what we need to hold, and then also the 20 underneath it, okay, for any hope of consolidation and then a move to the upside. And I'll get to that here in a second. But anyway, if you think about it, the 20 and the 200 are the most important moving averages on your chart. And there are, trading influencers out there that have big followings that don't think, moving averages have anything to do with anything. And that's very wrong. All thing you have to do is go back to any stock, any metals, ETFs, futures, Apple, whatever, any stock, whatever, crypto, and the action, the blow up or blow down, of price movement generally starts in and around the 20. Okay. I'll just leave it at that. And then, let's say we do consolidate. We'll probably have to pull back a little bit. Hopefully, we'll hold this green dash line for specific reasons in the 20. But if we get up here, this is going to be a wall that, Trump would be proud of. We got a flat 200. There's hardly anything as strong as a flat 200. And plus, we have this low pivot consolidation zone here that held prices and came down. See, we hit it a couple of times, bounced, and that's another thing. High odds, high probability. If you come from an extended price range, okay, and obviously from up here, and you come down into the 200, many times you'll get a little support, a little bounce, and that's kind of what we had, obviously, right here. And let me put you on pause. I want to look at something. I don't want to let this out. I'm going to look at something. I'll get back to you. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. From this high swing eye here to the low, as we popped our fib line on here, we're sitting at the 0.38 fib. I mean, there is a fib line there. The 0.38 is not the, strongest resistance or anything, but it's important to get up and over it in order to, obviously to continue the journey, back to all-time highs at some point in time. But that's another factor. And if you have two factors, in other words, one is that red dash line or that low pivot zone right here. And I'm looking left, see if this lines up with anything else through here. Well, that's surprising. Yeah, this, oh, wow, okay. Okay. Yeah, from August 2017. If anybody can take a guess what that was at that point in time. But anyway, that's pretty cool how that lined up. And we had this little wick up into it here. Then we pivoted down, and then we had sideways consolidation here, a brick wall came down. Then we finally got back up and over it in 20, and this was back in August 2019. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. If you have at least two factors here, we had a slew of them. You have an 83 to 87% chance if you're coming up into resistance that you'll get rejected, have to come back. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to come back down here to 20 bucks or something. That just means we're going to have to put in some B formations, W formations, that sort of deal in order for it to work and earn our way back up and over the 200 and that red dashed line there about 98 to 100 bucks. I say 100 bucks because that's a psychological number, and the market loves those whole round even numbers. And there's going to be from down in this zone here, I'm sure a lot of people have their stop loss, or not loss, but stop up here around that $100 range. So they'll be selling out, and then everybody that bought, back here in April or earlier, is going to be selling out as soon as we, start creeping back up. And I'm just saying, that's going to be a tough zone to get over. I'm not saying we're going to get a massive pullback or anything, but Litecoin is definitely, making some moves. Like I was saying, low, higher low here. That's what you look for because you start putting in those famous W formations, and that's how you break out. Okay, matter of fact, there's only three ways to break out of a put in a bottom. That's a V shape, your W formation, and then there's a couple others, but the W, quite honestly, is the best and the strongest and the most. What am I thinking? The highest odds, high probability, of it continuing. Okay, where you want it, and there's I just now I put that on there as a huge secret, trading secret about that. Wow, that's unbelievable. Okay, I'll just go ahead and show you. Okay, with that W formation, if the other side of it, man, I'm almost speechless here. Down, up. Okay, so you have that low pivot here, higher low here, and then if price comes down and tags the 20, this blue line, and the 20 holds it, that's that's 1,000%. That's one of the anomalies, black swan events in in the charts. Getting choked up here. Okay, that you'll bounce off of that. So it doesn't matter if it's on a 2 minute chart, hourly chart, weekly chart, daily chart, whatever. Okay. And then another, well, that's okay. But all right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Come check us out on Twitter. Give me a follow and check out our Patreon site. We got a lot more of these techniques, skills that'll take you to the next level.